So Tom, you amaze me. You always have something going on. So what are you working on here?
Well, to me, I always like to work wiser and not harder. And to me, it's like when it comes to colors and stains, I mean, I like organization in my shop. And this is an example of just oil stains. I use water stains, oil stains, alcohol based stains, gel stains. But let's just take this Minwax product. Anyway, everybody uses this stuff, but then you go, oh, what does it look like? And you need reference. If you have reference, then you can quickly get to it and go, oh, this is what I need. So I was ripping some pine trim the other day for a project, and then I took the scraps and I said, look, I can quickly. At first, I was going to hot glue these on the cans, and I said, no, I want to be able to take them off and compare them to a project that I might need something for it. So basically, this is nothing but 1/4 inch thick by 1/2 inch trim of pine, clear pine, that I've taken and shaken every can. And then I used a Q-tip swab, which are one of my favorite things, as a disposable brush. And I coated each one of these pieces of wood with the stain that's in it. At first, I just let them dry on top. And when they dried, I just got some pretty heavy rubber bands. So this way, for an example, if I'm trying to say, oh, that's so close to the color, I can take this and lay it down on top of it and say, ah. And sometimes I even mix colors between different bases like oil or water or alcohol. And like these are examples of where I've got a bunch of these little jars. And like this is the color that I created in this jar. And I can always clean these out later on with, this is oil based, which means in this one I could clean it with paint thinner, mineral spirits, or turpentine. And so what I'm trying to spread to my channel is just how to think out of the box, common sense of labeling all your tools. I'll have other videos of showing you how I've simplified other tools that I have.
Okay, now what are we working on?
John, I want to show you these. They go well with what I've just talked about with the stain. I'm always talking about organization. Now, I have all sorts of ways of touching up things and detailing them, even with a paintbrush, an artist brush, and doing details with different bases. But everybody's aware of these famous pens, like they make. Now, how are you to know what color it is from what they print on this? I mean, you've got all sorts of people that make them. There's even, but what I've done over the years is I wanted to simplify it. So I have a punch that I punch clear birch, which is very blonde, and I'll take this piece of veneer and I'll take this and I'll stain that piece of veneer with it, and then I glue it back on top of the pens. And I've done that to every one of these pens. So if you look, even at this container that I got at the Container Store, you can look and see every one of these colors. And I even sometimes just throw paint in there, because when you're at a client's place and it just needs a little touch of black or a little yellow or red, you got it. And then what I do is I always take this out in sunlight, because sunlight is your best light to compare colors. So this is a simplified way of even those people that use pens. And I use these in a variety of other materials depending upon the project. But here's even another example. Here, the same day I went and got these at the Container Store years ago. And everybody's familiar with these wax sticks that you can get. Now the thing is they come in a box, and the thing is are you going to take all these boxes and then open them one at a time when you're trying to look for color? Instead, I put them all together, just as I have this all together, so I can compare. And in some cases, I'll show you how I take chunks of beeswax and put it in measuring spoons and take it to an alcohol burning lamp and melt the beeswax and take pigment, just raw pigment, earth colors, and make my own fills, which I do a lot more than these sticks. But anyway, this is just a little more of like how to organize your tools and your shop. So I just wanted to share it with you guys. I hope you've learned a little more, and that's what it's all about. If you can simplify your life and your tools and have them organized to where you can just jump in and just get her done, that's what it's all about. Well, anyway, I wanted to show you one more thing while we're talking about, just there's your oil-based stains, and these are the touch-ups pins and some wax fills and colors. This is what I've done also with organizing. These are leather dyes that are alcohol-based. And for years when I worked at Sotheby's and in New York, a lot of the furniture there, high-end stuff, is French polish, which is alcohol, and shellac, which is an alcohol-based product. So I'm always thinking out of the box. And I mean, to me, that's where we all need to do, is to just listen to what everybody else has got and then think, is there a better way? And these are like leather dyes. And if you notice, I punched these little collars or rings around here. Okay, that's a saddle tan. A lot of times I would get this stuff at like Tandy Leather, which is a leather supply place in here. And these are all earth colors, which are like browns and dark. So you can see I put the name on it, and then I turned around and stained, or with the alcohol dyes, I put that on to this collar, which was more of a lighter color. This way, with this basket, I can add and change the color on French polish. Let's say you've got a piece of furniture that's French polish that's been next door to, real close to a window. Ultraviolet light would have faded it in that one section that was hitting constantly with sunlight. So what this does, being that you can't restain that piece, you need to be able to tint the alcohol-based shellac, which I can do right here with this product. I can alter and make my own colors in the finish for alcohol. And alcohol is, you could actually add that into oil base and change it as well. So it's very versatile. Another Container Store product. And to me, it's like, it's more of my organization of just trying to simplify my life and make it easier. And I hope you've learned something on that too. So there, we're covering alcohol base, oil base, products and stains and dyes. Well, hopefully you enjoy this, and all I'm trying to do is make things simpler to your life and my life as well. Come back and see me again. Bye.